Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans, and welcome to the Good Morning Show right here on WBOK 1230 AM. I am Will Sutton, and with me today is Ro Brown.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Will Sutton.
Good morning,
Good
Brother
morning,
Ro.
Jared, and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So I want to make sure that you all know that we are not alone on the other side of the glass. We got Jared. So, welcome, Jared. Jared's producing the show, and we're happy to have him in. And so, when you send notes or post a chat or something, give the brother a shout out. You can ignore me. Say hey to
You can definitely
Ro
ignore
and
me.
Jared. And, maybe just do Jared and say, welcome, 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 welcome. Okay? So Jared is on the other side of the glass. So we're happy to see the young brother on the other side of the glass and help us move along with the show today. We've got a good show ahead. We got a number of things to talk about. There's a lot that has been happening in the city of New Orleans, the state, and the nation. And, of course, the world as well. But one of the things that happened last night is that the Orleans Parish Board voted to keep the Leah Chase School open. So this is a reverse from where this thing was headed. Of course, there have been some developments, including money developments, that are a part of why that happened. But there are some strings. There's some strings. And so we're going to be talking about that during the show. And so stay tuned for that bit of conversation. Have you been following this?
Yes.
What do you think? Were you surprised by this vote last night?
Well, I have never been one who has been motivated by money, which is why I don't have any. And, but it's amazing how easy life can be if you do have money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hear you. Oh, is there a
problem? And that's not I'm not saying that's a problem with anybody. I'm not,
Right. Yeah, but, you got it.
But, if money is available, then things kind of go smoothly, a little smoother for you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we also told you earlier in the week about the New Orleans police officer who was arrested by the New Orleans police after a Integrity Bureau investigation. He was arrested on. Oh, sorry about that, folks. No problem. So this was Adam Zoller, and he was arrested on stalking and unlawful communications charges on Wednesday. And so we have a little bit more detail. And apparently he was accused of stalking an ex-boyfriend with a no-caller ID. And my colleague Marco Cotolano used the word calling incessantly and purposely with a no-caller ID.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also would show up at the ex's home uninvited. So that is moving along. Zola lives in Slidell, and he was scheduled for a hearing on Thursday. We'll find out more, hopefully, before the end of the show, but if not, over the weekend, and give you an update about that. Interesting situation when the police investigate the police.
Yeah. Well.
And if you're doing something that maybe you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So bear with us, folks. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna do all right. Okay. So that's another thing that I wanted to bring your attention. For those of you all who were in Covington, apparently there was a lockdown after a police stop yesterday afternoon. So this was on Ronald Reagan Highway, and so it caused a lockdown at Covington High School. So that had to be a heck of a thing.
Yeah.
The students, faculty, and staff going through their normal routines, whatever that is.
Lockdown.
School afternoon comes. They're counting down to the end of school so they can get out of there and get home or go wherever they were going to go.
Lockdown.
And then lockdown. So that was around 2 p.m. And the Covington Police Department said the school needed to be locked down. There was no evidence or information about any danger, but it was one of those abundance of caution.
Oh, I see. So, I see.
Abundance of caution sometimes means inconvenience.
Yeah.
And I don't have any information about why your inconvenience means, but some of us will get angry about that. Some of us will say, well, okay, keep me safe.
Yeah. Yeah. It, when you go through your news, there are a couple of things that, I see stories and I think about you sometimes.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything you thought about this morning, yesterday, this week?
Yeah.
That I didn't bring up already?
No, it didn't. I don't know if you did or not.
Okay,
you may have,
okay,
because
okay.
I didn't hear all your show, especially yesterday.
All right. Well,
but there was, and I guess it's because it's stories that kind of make me go, or kind of grab me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Did you ever find out who drove their car into the historic New Orleans collection the other night?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I saw that and I went through it like 5-6 times.
Yeah,
going, how did this happen? But
I saw the video.
All right, you brought it up.
Kind of backed up. I just thought about that.
No,
but the other one is, and it kind of connects with money and having money, and how and when I say having money, I want to clarify. I'm not talking about people with money. Specifically in the case of the Leah Chase School, the people who donated them, a couple million or whatever. I ain't talking about them. I'm not criticizing them at all. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, were you the person who paid $43 million for Le Pavillon Hotel?
No. And I'm not the person who saw that as, oh, wow, this would be a great deal. I could make a lot of money by paying this amount of money.
They probably will, I guess, if they paid $43 million for it.
Wow. Okay.
All right. I guess.
All right. Well, let's look into.
It's just things that pop up, and you don't have to talk about them.
I'm going to talk about one of them. So we're going to do it. But right now, we got to take a break, Mr. Rowe.
Le Pavillon.
Time to pay some bills and provide some people with some information other than what comes out of my mouth. So, Gerard, are we ready to go to break? All right. So it is 7:10 a.m., folks. Don't forget, it's Friday, and there are a lot of schools out there in Orleans Parish, Jefferson Parish, St. Bernard Parish, St. Timothy Parish, and they are not on lockdown as far as I know, so normal business.
Thank goodness.
Please be careful as you drive away from your home, wherever it is. Watch out for those babies, those kiddos going to school. Be safe. Be safe. Go slow and let them by. Don't do crazy things. And hopefully you just pump your brakes and stop if there's a weird kind of SUV with life. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to talk about that too.
Okay.
All right. 7:11 a.m., folks. You're listening to WBOK. The talk line is 504-582-9422. 504-582-9422. WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What you want to talk about
all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Friday morning, I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. An investigation is underway after a man was killed in a mid-city shooting. New Orleans police say this happened around 9:30 last night on Gravier Street. Police say they found the man suffering from a gunshot wound, and he died on the scene. New Orleans police also need your help identifying a homicide victim. We're told the victim's body was found on Michoud Boulevard near Aventure Avenue on December 8th. An autopsy revealed he had been shot. Now, we're told the victim is a 6-foot-tall, 138-pound man with a slender build. The coroner says he has a tattoo on the upper left arm that may include the letters AL. There's also evidence of a prior hernia repair surgery. If you have any information on who this might be, call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. The Orleans Parish School Board votes to keep the Leah Chase School open, at least for now. During a special meeting, the board accepted more than $2 million in private donations to support the Uptown campus. That funding also comes with conditions. The board must keep the school open for at least 2 years, use the money only for operating expenses, and provide detailed reports showing how the funds are spent. There also needs to be a minimum of $865,000 in the school's sustainability fund by next Thursday, or the school will be closed for the 2026-27 school year. And finally, it was a nail-biting end to Ole Miss's historic season. The Rebels falling to Miami 31-27 in the Fiesta Bowl, just one game away for a shot at a national title. As for the Hurricanes, this is their first championship game since 2001. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Hey, this is D. Riley from the 90s Hits R&B Jams. Make sure you listen to WBOK 12:30 a.m. every Saturday night from 7 until 9 p.m. I'll be giving you the best R&B jams from the 90s. That's right, all your favorites and more. With me, D. Riley, your host of the 90s Hits, right here on WBOK 12:30 a.m. or listen online at WBOK1230.com. WBOK, the station you listen to longer.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
morning show for those of you all who have been with us. And welcome to those of you all who are just tuning in. Perhaps you just got off of your prayer line call, or maybe you just got turned over in the bed. Who knows? And it's 7:18. If you're going anywhere, please be careful. If you're driving, watch out for the kiddos. Kids are back in school this week, and we need to make sure that we are careful with them and pay attention to those sensitive principles on transportation duty. Mm-hmm. Take care of them. Watch out for them. That's a very important duty, and some sensitive principal somewhere has to do that job, and they deserve to be safe as well as they're trying to take care of others. 7:18 a.m., folks, and hey, look, you brought it up, man. So there was the historic New Orleans collection crash the other day, and it was a hell of a thing because it happened Saturday morning. Yeah. And the video showed that the car was driving through the French Quarter by the HNLC building. And for some reason, the car turned around backward.
You know why?
No.
He was going the wrong way.
Is that what that was?
He was going the wrong way.
I was like,
when it's open, it's a one-way. It's open to traffic. It's a one-way street. Right. He was going the wrong way.
Yeah, but why? At that point, I'm not sure I would.
You might not.
I would look for a driveway and try to turn around, or just slowly go to the corner.
Well, okay,
and go.
But a driveway. You know, the best you could do is a carriageway.
Yeah, you're right about that.
There were no driveways in the fire.
I think there's some people who don't know what that is, though.
Well, it's a driveway is where people park their cars when they get home, right? Mm-hmm. You go into the driveway if you don't park on the street.
That's right.
Okay. In a neighborhood that's 300 years old, you had carriageways.
That's right.
Because you had horses and buggies and carriages, okay?
All right.
And that's why when you go to those French Quarter buildings, if you've ever been, you know, there's a long thing before you get to the house and all. And this was the 500 block of Royal Street, and this is something that I know a little bit about because I kind of worked there for some period of time.
Yeah.
This is not 520 Royal Street.
Right.
This is across the street from what used to be Channel 6.
Right.
And for those who are older, it's across the street from where Mel Levitt used to do the Mardi Gras parades.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's the other side of Royal Street. Yeah, from the balcony.
Right?
Yeah. And so that's also owned by the Historic New Orleans Collection. So,
yeah. But that video is something else. Was hoping that we might be able to show you something, give you a little bit of a report on that, and looks like Jared's got it hooked up. So here's a report from WGNO updating us about it, courtesies to WGNO.
Tonight on the Wheel of Justice, we're heading to New Orleans' most famous neighborhood to track down a hit-and-run driver. It happened at a building that belongs to one of the best keepers of New Orleans history, the Historic New Orleans Collection. During the day, much of Royal Street is closed to cars, but not at night. In the 500 block, the Historic New Orleans Collection owns multiple buildings, and this one was built in 1792. It survived what's remembered as the Great Fire of 1794, and now it's under renovation. That job just got a little bigger. Early Saturday morning, a car crashed into the building and left the scene. The entryway is boarded up with cones on each side. The crash investigation is happening as the city is considering whether to expand current traffic restrictions in the French Quarter following last year's terror attack. If you can help get this case in the history books, call Crime Stoppers. So far, more than 485 people have been booked after their cases rolled on the wheel of justice.
The historic New Orleans.
Look at that. Look at that. For those who are on Facebook or YouTube, that boarded up thing, that's like crazy what happened there. But I guess we'll be hearing a little bit. It's going to be more of a drip than breaking news at this point about getting the place fixed up and all that.
Now,
What may or may not happen with the driver.
Now, one more thing about it. In an article I read about this, they said that the Historic New Orleans Collection had owned the building since 1966. Well, that's, and I'm not saying they didn't. I mean, I guess they did. But I remember in the 80s, that was a Ruby Tuesday. That was a Ruby Tuesday restaurant. Maybe they were
leasing it to the Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah, that building or that part. I'm pretty sure it was that side. Yeah, because we used to go there and eat lunch sometimes. That's why I know. Yeah. Used to walk across the street and go to Ruby Tuesday.
So maybe there was some inaccurate reporting about the year.
Not necessarily.
No. Maybe there was inaccurate reporting about the year. Maybe it was 1986 and not 66.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe it was 66 and they decided to make some money with it while they figured out what they were going to do.
Okay.
One of those things. So.
And while we're talking about Historic New Orleans Collection, shout out to Jerry Honoré.
Hey.
Louisianian of the Year, according to your newspaper.
Yeah, absolutely, positively.
And for those who don't remember, Jerry Honoré is the genealogist. Is that right? Genealogist.
Wait. Certified genealogist.
Yeah. But that makes a difference. You're right. Yes. You're right. Certified genealogist. Who I knew, the first person I thought about when I heard about the Pope's lineage. I said, bet you it's Jari. I bet you it's Jari who found this.
Yeah, right.
And it turned out it was Jari.
Yep. Well, he had quite some competition as the newspaper considered who should be Louisianan of the Year. And just to give, without going into all of that, because we're going to get Jari on. We're going to get him on.
Yeah.
I mean, how often are you Louisianan of the Year?
Exactly. Exactly.
But last year's Louisianan of the Year was Governor Jeff Landry.
Okay.
This year, Jari.
Over people like Mike Johnson.
Yes.
Speaker of the House.
Yes, absolutely. All right, folks, it's 7:25 a.m. It's time for another break. When we come back, we're going to get right back into talking about some news and information you want to know, might want to know. And the talk line will be open at 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. And we can get your call, get something off your chest, tell us something that you're wondering about. You can ask us a question, and we'll do our best to answer it. And if we can't, we'll at least give you a response of some kind. 7:26 now. This is WBOK. 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today's a WDSU first warning weather alert day due to the potential for storms to turn strong to severe. Impacts include damaging winds, hail, isolated tornadoes, and a few flash flood warnings could pop up. Heavy rain is possible for us as we go throughout the day. Isolated for the afternoon, that's when the main window of things could turn severe for us, and then we will see lingering rain over into our Saturday morning. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks
and Kimber White Dupree
from the front porch.
Some combos are too good to miss. Now you can pull up a chair to the front porch anytime.
Just search WBOK Media and subscribe to the Front Porch Podcast.
Download, share, and hit us with a 5-star rating because New Orleans culture deserves to be heard loud and clear.
New Orleans, the city of festivals and second chances. This is Mr. Rocky of Faithers in Jesus the Christ, inviting everyone to come to the table of grace. No matter where you are or what you're dealing with, guilt, bad habits, mistakes, or heavy hearts, Jesus still calls us his friend, and his grace is waiting for us. On the first Sunday of the year, January 4th, 2026, at 8:30 a.m., tune in to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., or watch live on Facebook or Instagram. We'll reflect on his work on the cross, his resurrection, his ascension, and the hope of his return for we who that believe and have received him by faith. So join us at the table of grace, where mercy is fresh, forgiveness is real, and grace is served for people like you and me.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
The Historic New Orleans Collection presents a new exhibition open through June 7th, 2026, The Trail They Blazed. Built collaboratively with people who participated in the local civil rights movement, The Trail They Blazed presents stories of social and racial justice straight from the people who lived them. Listen to leaders tell their stories of resistance and persistence in their own voices, recorded by the Historic New Orleans Collection. Plan your visit to 520 Royal Street in the French Quarter and reserve your free tickets at hnoc.org today.
Experience 2 nights of genre-blending music with the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation's Jazz and Heritage Concert Series, presented by Goldfarb Financial, happening at the George and Joyce Wynn Jazz and Heritage Center in New Orleans. See jazz vocalist Ingrid Lucia and the Good Troublemakers on Friday, January 16th at 8 p.m. Then, on Saturday, the 17th at 8 p.m., catch pianist-composer Lawrence Seabrist, Estralia Banda, with special guests Tommy Lowry and Bart Plateau. Expect a thrilling mix of jazz, classical, Afro-Cuban funk, and more. Tickets are $10 and available at jazzandheritage.org.
LifeCare provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Back to the Good Morning Show for those of you all who have been with us, and welcome to those who are just tuning in, whether that is on the air on AM radio, on the internet or YouTube or whatever your digital platform of choice where you can find WBOK 1230 AM, WBOK Media these days. And, of course, we always love to have our Facebook Live listeners and watchers. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Forgive me if I have a bad bite or, anything like that. I have to radio is like television these days. So, people sitting behind a microphone and
unfortunately.
It's a heck of a thing to see those like sports guys and the Breakfast Club guys, and they got all this activity going on. And used to be, you just heard that.
Yeah.
But now, it's like, it's a whole marketing thing.
Yeah. There was a time you could do a radio show in your underwear. Can't do it anymore.
Well, not here, or we'd have to cover the cameras.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. So, look,
Well, I guess you could.
There's some more news that I think you all should be aware of. And so I'm going to update you on some of that. There was a chase yesterday, and that was a Chalmette police chase involving St. Bernard Parish deputies and an innocent bystander and a suspect. That's according to WDSU and Aaron Lowry. So what happened was the deputies spotted a car with a flagged plate. So it was a plate that law enforcement had flagged. They saw it. The deputies followed the car to the rallies on St. Cloud. You ever been there?
No.
I haven't been there, but I know that rallies because I use it as a geographic driving point.
Okay.
The deputies tried to box the suspects in, but they drove off. The suspects avoided the spike strips that they threw out. That usually
avoided?
Yes. It was like, so maybe that's something to do with the pitching arm or something. So, but the spike strips were down, but they got around. The suspect's car was also the driver in the suspect car. The driver was injured in the crash. The suspects have not been identified. The condition of the truck driver that was involved is not been identified, and we don't know the condition at this time. So hopefully the innocent people in this chase, because it ended in the lower ninth ward, hopefully they are okay. But that's something that certainly you want to be aware of. And we had, this doesn't happen all the time, but it seems like we have it more and more, and sometimes we're surprised when it's at a school with a name like this. So a school teacher and coach was arrested yesterday and accused of possession of child sexual abuse materials. It's a 49-year-old teacher and coach facing 22 counts of child sex abuse materials, arrested by agents at the school campus. And the police got a tip from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children that resulted in this arrest of Mr. Benoit Cransack, 49, a teacher and coach at Isidore Newman School. So you never know who might be doing what. I'm sure up until yesterday, there were probably a number of students and parents thinking he was a wonderful person and wonderful teacher, wonderful coach, wonderful man. Then this development happened. So that is an unfortunate thing, and the wheels of justice will continue from there.
Question.
All right.
From the dumb sports guy.
Yes, yeah.
A lot of these stories I mean, I don't remember the state attorney general commenting on a lot of these types of stories.
Yes, right.
The current state attorney general seems like every time somebody is arrested, or a lot of times when someone is arrested for things like this, the state attorney general is making a statement or releasing a statement or something. And, I don't always remember it being that way. I saw another story
Well, before you move on
about
to that,
this.
This, if my memory serves me well, this is the kind of thing that the DA's office
Right.
would be more likely
Right.
to
speak
to.
Yeah, in my lifetime.
Yeah,
that's how it
right,
seems to me.
right,
Yeah,
right, right.
that's how it seemed to me.
But
it's always been the state attorney general. Now, I saw something, and I can't find it now, but when I read about this story yesterday online, it said something to the effect of, this gentleman isn't a citizen.
Yes. Yeah. From France.
Okay. Which is always important right now for certain people to bring that out. And it's part of the narrative of, these people who aren't real Americans or others are committing crimes. Yeah. They're the reason why we have a crime problem. And just something I thought about when I was reading the story. It doesn't mean anything to anybody, but
I think it means
what I
something
thought
to some folks. And meanwhile, the police are looking for any information that you might have about this person and this situation. That phone number is 225-326-6100, 225-326-6100. Will say that the agents drafted the warrant and arrested him with the assistance of the New Orleans Police Department, the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office, the Kenner Police, and Homeland Security Investigations. So he is a French national with legal U.S. residence.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was something.
So I think that's the reference that you were talking to. So he was booked yesterday afternoon, and his bond had not been set as of last night. So we'll find out more about that as well. That's another story that we think that you might want to be aware of as the week comes to an end. And then, over in Jefferson Parish, there was a $6.8 million bond set for what's called a quote-unquote serial abuser accused of assaulting 4 kids in Jefferson Parish. So this is a report from my colleague Michelle Hunter at NOLA.com. The registered sex offender has been accused of raping and sexually abusing 4 children over the course of several years. Troy Rodriguez, 49, of Bay St. Louis, was arrested on January 2nd following an investigation by the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office and booked with 3 counts of each of first-degree rape of a victim under 13, molestation of a victim under 13, sexual battery of a victim under 13, and indecent behavior of a victim under 13. He was also booked with 4 counts of oral sexual battery of a victim under 13. And during the bond hearing on Wednesday, the assistant DA called him a serial abuser who has had convictions of this sort going back to 1994. 1994. He's from West Wego, moved to Mississippi about 4 months ago, according to the investigation. And the abuse occurred at residence in West Wego and Harvey. between 2012 and 2020. And the victims included 2 girls and 1 boy, who are now between 15 and 18. And the 4th victim is a woman who is an adult now. The guy was a friend of the victims' families and would sometimes babysit the children.
Yeah.
So that's the familiarity with that. So most unfortunate situation, high bail of $6.8 million, and that's where you go. There is some crime news connected to New Orleans from elsewhere. Wanted to lay that on you, especially with Brother Roe Brown here. You all might remember the name Marshawn Lattimore, and for some good reasons, and perhaps for not so good reasons as well. But these days, the former Saint is a 29-year-old cornerback playing with the Washington Commanders. But he was arrested during a traffic stop and then released in Ohio. He was arrested on Wednesday night on weapons-related charges about 6:14 p.m. In the city of Lakewood, Ohio. He was a passenger in a vehicle, stopped for an expired license plate and other traffic violations, and the officer said he was arrested for improperly handling a firearm after he did not inform the officer that a firearm was inside the vehicle when asked. The Commanders made a statement. We are in communication with the NFL League office and have no further comment at this time.
Sounds similar to something that happened to him or with him while he was a Saint. And it was back home in Ohio. Same kind of thing. It sounds similar from what I remember about that. In a car, police stopped the car, and, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm real dumb about legal stuff and all that, but, improper what of a weapon? What? I mean, does that mean, I assume that doesn't mean that he shot the gun or anything,
No.
but that if that's what people are thinking, that's not what that is. But I mean, it's the second time that he's been arrested for something dealing with weapons, and for me, that alone is kind of a red flag, if you will.
Yeah.
Yep. That I mean, something bad could happen. Involving him, or maybe something that he has no involvement in at all. But if you're going to be around weapons all the time, there's that possibility that something bad could happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, ironically, his name kind of came up with some sports media people. With I'm on the selection committee for the Saints Hall of Fame, and we're just listing people who would be Saints Hall of Famers, who might be eligible soon. And quite frankly, he's probably the best cornerback the Saints have ever had in the franchise's history, to tell you the truth.
But it was one of those things, it was right for them to let him go.
Yeah, they traded him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, got, picks for him, or a pick or something like that. Yeah. It wasn't, I mean, they didn't trade him because he wasn't a good player.
Right.
Which happens, a lot in the NFL. But, it's, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. If you're going to have guns around, there's always a possibility that, you can be legally charged for something. And even worse, there's a possibility that you can get shot or you can shoot somebody.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Nutshell for me.
Yeah. Well, in other news, how many of you all have ever gotten a parking ticket in the city of New Orleans?
I raised my hand.
I'm raising my hand. How many of y'all got more than one? I'm raising my hand.
Both hands.
Well, a report from NOLA.com just posted this morning. So this is, it's not breaking news. It's oozing news. But it's just coming out now that, you like that, oozing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Not breaking, but oozing.
Some news oozes.
That's good. That's real good.
It's like toothpaste. It doesn't, you don't break it to take it or use it. You press that tube and it kind of oozes out.
Right.
Yeah. It's just a little bit at a time.
Oozing news.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. Yeah. Perhaps we'll use that.
I will use it.
So look, the New Orleans City Inspector General has issued a report yesterday that says that the Mayor Cantrell administration has failed to address issues with the New Orleans traffic camera program. And according to Inspector General Ed Michel, the city has failed to establish a system for returning money to overcharged drivers, racking up $770,000 in overpayments in recent years. And that the majority of these citations, 68%, within 10 seconds, raising concerns about whether the violations have been adequately verified before drivers are issued a fine. In other words, within 10 seconds, there's a violation that you are charged with, and perhaps it wasn't enough time to see a more complete picture of whether you did what they are now charging you with and saying you have to file money. So 68% of those traffic cam violations were within 10 seconds of whatever the violation you're accused of with the traffic cam.
So I don't quite understand that.
Okay, so the report.
I'm dumb.
I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it word for word. The report also found the New Orleans Police Department reviewed the majority of citations, 68%, within 10 seconds, raising concerns about whether violations have been adequately verified before drivers are issued a fine.
You're talking about the camera?
Yes.
Okay. So what does that mean? I mean,
that means the Inspector General is saying you probably haven't given enough time to look at this to determine whether it was a violation.
I got you. Okay.
So, you're way more expertise in sports than I am.
I understand.
But, referees have to make really quick decisions.
Right.
And it's a matter of seconds in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
And oftentimes when there's a review, it's like, hey, they're on it. They're on it. It's right.
Yeah.
But then a camera review is like, oh, not so right.
So that means that a lot of people being charged for things that
they didn't do.
Gotcha.
And he says they owe those folks money, more than about $770,000. I might have to check and see if I'm owing some money. All right, folks, it's 7:51 a.m. This is Will Sutton with Ro Brown right here on the Good Morning Show. The talk line is 504-582-9422. Did you get one of these traffic camera violations? Do you think you're owed some of that $770,000?
I'm raising my hand.
Okay, I might be, except I might not go through all the paperwork to get it. So, but you're listening to WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about
all day long.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's.com. The arrow is pointing up for women's sports and is starting to attract the attention of investors looking to break into the sports world. Melody Hobson is co-CEO and president of Black-owned Wall Street firm Ariel Investments and is part of a new venture there called Project Level. It's dedicated to investing in women's sports. On stage recently at a Bloomberg event, Hobson says she sees investing in women's sports similarly to how she sees investing in small cap companies.
Smaller companies tend to grow faster. And we say the big guys, it's going to be harder to grow the way they've grown in the past. But the women have a big trajectory of growth in front of them. So this is where value meets growth.
The big guys she refers to are men's sports franchises. Hobson feels getting in on women's sports now could lead to big wins for investors down the road. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner. I'm the Black Business Beat.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
Hoops, Heat, The Truth, On Demand. Ball Don't Lie is now live on all podcast platforms. Tap in, search WBOK Media, find Ball Don't Lie, and bring the fire with you wherever you go. Download, share, and leave that 5-star review because the game doesn't stop when the show ends.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. For those of you all who have been with us, and welcome to those of you who are just tuning in. It is 7:54 a.m., and we've got a pretty nice day outside. Going to hit into the mid to high 70s again.
Woo.
In early January in New Orleans. I was just talking to a friend someplace else up in the Northeast, and it's like, how's your weather? I didn't stick on it long. I didn't want to be mean. It's just like, I remember those days when it wasn't like this for me.
I saw a lady and her children at the apartment complex where I live coming from the pool in their bathing suits. Ooh! And, And I spoke to the little children, said, somebody's been swimming. And her mother said, yeah, I keep having to remind myself that this is January. And I replied to her, I said, you must not be from here. And she said, no, I'm from Michigan. I said, okay, yeah. She laughed and said, you're right. Yeah, I'm from Michigan. I said, yeah, if you have to remind yourself.
Yeah.
And it's January because of this weather, you ain't from here.
Yeah, right. Yep. Well, also in the news today, we have a development in the saga of the Elysian Fields Hotel that has been so controversial in the last many months in the Faubourg Marigny. A number of community people, I didn't tally anybody, or there's no survey. I haven't heard of a survey of anything, but I don't think it's 100% of the people in the neighborhood. But there's certainly a vocal many in that neighborhood who have fought for some time against the building of a hotel on a vacant lot at 621 Elysian Fields.
I'm trying to figure out where that is.
So they have argued that it's too big, not consistent with the city laws and guidelines, and that it is would be out of sync with the look of the neighborhood.
Okay.
And the developers have argued that it's a blighted, empty lot. We want to bring commerce into the city and into the neighborhood, and we want to make sure that this happens in a way that you can be comfortable with. So the developers over the last 3 years have been fighting with the neighbors.
Yeah.
And Freddie King's been in the middle of this, city council member who represents a district that includes this lot, this neighborhood, has been in between, in the firing line with these issues. And what has happened is the city landmark commissioners said the hotel design is problematic. This is even after changes. So the landmark commission says, no go, we can't approve this, we cannot endorse this, and it's not the right thing for us to do. So we're not going to approve this, and we recommend that you do not approve it either. But yesterday, the city council voted 4-1 to approve it. So that lot will be having a 5-story, 128-room Home 2 Suites by Hilton coming to that neighborhood soon. So this is a case where people have had their say.
Yeah.
Changes have been made to the original plan, and there are enough council members, 4 out of 7, to say we're going to go with it, which means 3 of those council members decided to go with their colleague whose district it includes and say, if that's what you want, that's what we'll do. So more to follow on that, I'm sure, and I'm sure there are a number of people pissed off today, and I'm sure there are developers, if they're not using champagne, they're at least clapping hands and giving high fives.
Yeah.
That they can finally move things along. Look, it's 7:59 and we got a break. Talk line 504-582-9422. This is WBOK 1230 AM. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
WBOK New Orleans, home of the Good Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The White House says Minnesotans no longer back Governor Tim Walz. He's ending his re-election bid amid a Medicaid fraud scandal. Vice President J.D. Vance says Walz should resign.
Whether he was aware of the fraud, which would be criminal, or whether he simply looked the other way, it's a massive, massive failure of government.
Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt calls his decision to drop out a remarkable downfall. Florida School Board member Robert Alvaro is under fire for racially insensitive social media remarks about black people, including support for a far-right figure. He's apologized, but leaders want him out and demand anti-racism training. Only the governor can remove him under state law. And R&B singer Ray J is hospitalized in Las Vegas with pneumonia and heart-related pain. Tests are underway, and he's prioritizing health after a busy schedule. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show right here on WBOK. I am Will Sutton, and with me is Ro Brown.
Good morning.
The man.
Yeah.
The legend.
Nice of you to let me come in.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer.
I'm not sure when. Oh, come on.
How many Hall of Fames are you in? No.
You have a guest.
No, we need to work
You
this
have
out.
a guest here.
I just
I don't know.
introduced you.
I don't know.
It's more than
I don't
two.
know. No.
Right?
No.
At least two.
Yeah, okay. Two.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
at
good
least.
enough.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
And like I told you, it just means you're old.
All right. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm old. That hasn't come my way yet. So congratulations on all of that. And of course, there will be more coming. And as promised earlier, folks, we're going to talk about the Leah Chase School and updates because some big news happened last night at the school board meeting. And my colleague, Marie Fazio, who covers education at the Times-Picayune, NOLA.com, has been all over this story over the days, weeks, and months that this has been going on since the early days of the story when the reports came out that school wasn't doing so well financially with enrollment, and it looks like this experiment might have to end. And a bunch of people fought back and said, oh, heck no. You're not going to experiment with us like that after everything else that you experimented with in the city of New Orleans. So that's my little setup. And there was big news that happened tonight with a vote. We got Marie right here. What happened? Welcome to the Good Morning Show.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. So
late night last night.
You were there.
I was there. Yeah. So the school board voted to keep the school open for at least 2 years, with the caveat being, so there was, over the last couple weeks, they were initially supposed to vote in December whether to keep the school open or close it at the end of the academic year, and they pushed it to January to give people a few more weeks to kind of rally, recruit some students, fundraise, see where those efforts could lead. And last night, after they had an offer of $2 million from a grandmother of a student, plus $225,000 from the Chase Foundation, they, right? Not bad. They voted to keep the school open for at least 2 years, with the caveat being the money is in the bank by January 15th. Which,
all right, so that's next week.
Correct. Correct. Well, although these pledges have already been made, so presumably there shouldn't be an issue with getting that money. They just wanted to, some of the board members express some caution. Like, it's one thing to say you will give this money, sounds great, but let's.
It was kind of like a down payment.
Exactly.
Is that what it was? You know, they wanted something. They wanted something.
Yeah, they want to make sure it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that's a clear stipulation. They could have voted and said no because we don't have the money, and they changed the rules to be able to receive the money. What's that about?
That is it's just a procedural thing. So ordinarily, if someone donates to the school board or the district, every one of those donations has to be approved by board members at a meeting. So they did away with those rules. So essentially, if you guys want to write a check to the district, you could send it over tomorrow, and they could just, the superintendent could accept it without having to get board approval. So it just makes they're expecting. They said they may be expecting a groundswell of donations, and they just want to make it as easy as possible to receive those.
So did they change the rules specifically for the Leah Chase School, or can people donate who wouldn't have been able to donate before for another school or the school district generally? Any idea about that?
I think this applies for the district as a whole. They waived their entire policy. But I think it's going to be most applicable. Anyone already could have donated to the district. This is just like a tiny little procedural thing.
How could they have donated and they have to change it to now donate?
They already could have donated. You can go to Jefferson Parish School Board and donate to them if you want.
Yeah.
You know, you can.
Yeah.
So it was just like a bureaucratic procedural thing that they.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what was the atmosphere like? Was it how was the attendance? I watched some of it online, but of course I couldn't see all of the angles.
Yeah.
It looked like there was a good number of people there, and I saw people standing up.
Yeah, there were a good number of people, standing room only. Not quite as packed as the December meeting. That one, they had a whole overflow room. But there were quite a few community members, parents, a couple students, some teachers. Yeah, very emotional. Leona Tate of the New Orleans Four was there, and she spoke.
How about that?
One of my sisters, but I'll explain that later.
And a fourth grade student and several teachers and community members read the letter that Gail Etienne wrote earlier this week to the school board also.
Another one of my sisters, but go on.
Yes, it was an emotional meeting. And of course, I think school closures, these meetings always tend to get quite heated.
All right. So pending the delivery of the funds today, Monday, next week, the school will be open for 2 more years.
At least.
Clarify the 2 years. Does it count this year and then moving forward, or after this academic year and moving forward?
The latter. After this academic year, at least through 2027, 2028. But of course, there's nothing stopping the school board from taking action if something were to happen before then. And there were some stipulations introduced by board member Olin Parker initially to create some academic caveats saying like the school can remain open beyond 1 year as long as it meets these benchmarks. And they ended up not adding those to the resolution. So there are no stipulations on enrollment or no academic benchmarks or anything like that. But a couple board members did say, and this has been part of the discussion over the last couple months, like the school needs students to be financially sustainable. And this is an issue that schools across New Orleans are facing. It's really expensive to operate a school with like a half-filled classroom because money is attached to the student. So basically each of those kids brings $9,000 with them of state and local funding. So this, I think this is a topic that will not be going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's $9,000 is the MFP or whatever. We got to take a break.
Yeah, we got to take a break. I'm enjoying this conversation. There's
Yeah.
more to talk about.
There's so much.
But it's 8:12 a.m. and it's not break time. It's beyond break time. So here we go. All right, Jerron. I'm sorry. We're going to break. The talk line is 504-582-9422. 504-582-9422. We hope we'll be hearing from Chavis Chase, one of the Chase family members who was not supporting keeping the school open. And we might hear from another Chase as well. This is WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Friday morning, I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. An investigation is underway after a man was killed in a mid-city shooting. New Orleans police say this happened around 9:30 last night on Gravier Street. Police say they found the man suffering from a gunshot wound, and he died on the scene. New Orleans police also need your help identifying a homicide victim. We're told the victim's body was found on Mishu Boulevard near Aventura Avenue on December 8th. An autopsy revealed he had been shot. Now, we're told the victim is a 6-foot-tall, 138-pound man with a slender build. The coroner says he has a tattoo on the upper left arm that may include the letters AL. There's also evidence of a prior hernia repair surgery. If you have any information on who this might be, call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. The Orleans Parish School Board votes to keep the Leah Chase School open, at least for now. During a special meeting, the board accepted more than $2 million in private donations to support the Uptown campus. That funding also comes with conditions. The board must keep the school open for at least 2 years, use the money only for operating expenses, and provide detailed reports showing how the funds are spent. There also needs to be a minimum of $865,000 in the school's sustainability fund by next Thursday, or the school will be closed for the 2026-27 school year. And finally, it was a nail-biting end to Ole Miss's historic season. The Rebels falling to Miami 31-27 in the Fiesta Bowl, just one game away for a shot at a national title. As for the Hurricanes, this is their first championship game since 2001. I'm Daryl Forges. That's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Hey, everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the front porch, y'all. You know how we do every Monday. It's Movie Monday.
And Tuesday is Trivia Tuesday.
And y'all know we have nothing but bad cheering coming through here on Wednesday.
But stick with us. On Thursday, we travel.
That's right. And Friday's Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up.
Something on your mind? Want to get it off your chest?
Holla at your people. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to.
All day long.
Good morning. Wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show right here on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. I am Will Sutton on here with Ro Brown.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you for being here, returning. Glad I didn't run you away.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have you
almost.
here. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, and Marie Fazio is here.
Yeah,
and forget about me.
No,
she's the person, not me.
And we are my segue was, and we're in conversation with, my TimesPicayunola.com colleague, Marie Fazio, who covers education at the news organization and has been all over this Leah Chase School story. Big vote last night. The school board voted 7-0, I believe.
Unanimously, yes.
Yeah. In favor of keeping the school open with some stipulations, including that they need some money in the bank by January 15th, and we'll pick it up from there. We've got a call, Marie. We've got a call. I'm Trees. You're on with Will Sutton, Ro Brown, and Marie Fazio. Good morning and Happy New Year.
Good morning. Happy New Year to you guys as well. I just wanted to, obviously get on and congratulate the Leah Chase School, their administration, and the family for putting up such a great fight and taking away the excuse that they were using to try and just get rid of the school. But I also, to you guys as journalists, I need you guys to help the school with the narrative, because I keep hearing them help the school board with the narrative about the fiscal and the low enrollment. And the thing about it is most schools that start, they get a 3-year transitional period where they don't have to even worry about this thought of closure. And you're actually sabotaging the school from enrollment when you put up that threat of closure and in a constant, narrative out there. Hey, it's up for closure. Parents are then, less likely to enroll their kids in a school that they think isn't going to be around long. And also, if you look into the funding and the enrollment of these schools that are chartered and under more bigger CMOs, you'll see that all of the stuff that they're holding these high standards to Leah Chase, they're not holding those schools to any of those standards. And when people go to them and discuss those kinds of things, they say those things are out of their hand. And so we got to understand that not just with this district-run school, but even with singular ran charter schools, they tend to attack those schools more and hold them. It's kind of like, how Republicans have this narrative about everything with Democrats. And when you look over, it's always hypocritical. It's like a hypocritical thing that they do to this district-run school and single-site charters, that when you go to them and you discuss with them about the ones that are in a group, those have low enrollment, those are having fiscal problems, and those are given chances time and time again to not only remain open, but sometimes they're allowed to pull a charter off the shelf and to remain open, to start all over again. So those are the things that we need the journalists like you guys to push back on and not allow them to continue holding this narrative like Leah Chase is in a dire situation that all of the rest of these schools around the city aren't in, but more so focus on the thought of we're supposed to have smaller class sizes. For one, that has been proven to be better. So we need to help the school in this narrative that they're not so much always on a defensive thing, but hey, let's work the narrative around the good that they're doing and some of the points of how schools education is supposed to be, and also on what they say they came here to do with charters, which is have a diversity of choice. But if you're always closing the single site charters that are giving the real choices while helping to maintain the bigger CMOs that are less of a choice because those are more cookie cutter.
Okay.
You're going against everything you say that we're staying for. So we need a better push from the journalists.
Well, yeah,
well,
okay.
I'm Patrice. Thank you so much for calling. I hear your point. We're gonna make sure we get to hear from the Chase family. But thank you for your point, and I hear you. And have a blessed day, and I hope you'll stay tuned and call back again.
Before we go,
one of the things I want to say is I don't know how a journalist can ignore points that the school board, any school board, is bringing up as reasons for considering to open a school, or to close a school, or to expand a school, or to change the curriculum at a school. If the authority who is making the decision says low enrollment is an issue, academic performance is an issue, funding is an issue, I don't know as a journalist how you can report that story without saying, here are the things that they're pointing to.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was going to ask Marie a question before.
Please do.
Sure.
And the question is going to have a little bit. I don't understand how, well, I do. Because we have become a charter system, I don't think you can have a direct run school by the Orleans Parish School Board anymore. That's how it seems to me. Okay, when you say that a school is direct run, like this is the only direct run school, then why can't the parish school board run that one school without saying, well, we're going to have to close this public school because they don't have enough students. And it's gone from a time where, in my lifetime, where the less students, the better. Classroom size and all that good stuff. Now, if you don't have enough students, because it's all a business now, you got to close a public school. And the other point is to me that, why can't our school board, our 7-member board that's in charge of education in the parish of Orleans, why can't they run a school successfully? Because to me, that's what this means. Okay? The one school that they've been running, they're saying we can't do it. And quite frankly, it seemed like when it came up, they didn't want to do it.
All right, we're gonna we're gonna take a break, and we got calls, and we got Chase calls, so that'll be good. You want to say something about that real quick? 30 seconds.
I think they're up against a lot of the same challenges that single-site charter schools are up against, with all the reasons that the school board has listed for it being a very challenging environment to run a school right now for, I think, just about anyone. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know that everyone would consider this a failure per se, but some school board members have acknowledged that there was very little planning done because they had a 4-month runway to open this school. So I think that certainly probably led to some of the challenges that we've been seeing over the last year. But I mean, with 2 years, we'll see where we go from here.
We're going to go to break, but I got to say this.
Oh,
correct me if I'm wrong, but the previous superintendent told the school board, we can't do this for just a few months. I need more than a year. Did she or did she not say that?
She did say that.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
And then,
so now they're saying short one way, didn't do a good enough job. Well, she told y'all that it wasn't enough time. Okay, all right. We're going to break, and when we come back, we're going to take some calls. We're going to hear from Travis Chase. We're going to hear from Stella Chase Reese. And we're going to get Reverend Calhoun on, too. So I hear you all, see you all. Stand by. Right after the break, we're going to get you on. This is WBOK 1230 AM, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today's a WDSU First Warning Weather Alert Day due to the potential for storms to turn strong to severe. Impacts include damaging winds, hail, isolated tornadoes, and a few flash flood warnings could pop up. Heavy rain is possible for us as we go throughout the day. Isolated for the afternoon, that's when the main window of things could turn severe for us, and then we will see lingering rain over into our Saturday morning. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
New Orleans never sleeps, and neither does WBOK. Now, every voice, every moment, and every show is in your pocket. Search WBOK Media wherever you get podcasts. Download, share, rate us 5 stars. Because when you support us, you amplify Black voices and the New Orleans culture.
New Orleans, the city of festivals and second chances. This is Mr. Rocky of Faithers in Jesus the Christ, inviting everyone to come to the table of grace. No matter where you are or what you're dealing with, guilt, bad habits, mistakes, or heavy hearts, Jesus still calls us his friend, and his grace is waiting for us. On the first Sunday of the year, January 4th, 2026, at 8:30 a.m., tune in to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., or watch live on Facebook or Instagram. We'll reflect on his work on the cross, his resurrection, his ascension, and the hope of his return for we who that believe and have received him by faith. So join us at the table of grace, where mercy is fresh, forgiveness is real, and grace is served for people like you and me.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
LifeCare provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK.
To the Good Morning Show. I'm Will Sutton, and with me is Ro Brown.
Hello, hello.
And we're in conversation with Times-Picayune, NOLA.com reporter, education reporter, Marie Fazio, talking about the big school board decision to keep the Leah Chase School open with some anticipated big money infusion and stipulation connected to that. We're going to hear from part of the Chase family now. We've got Travis Chase on the phone. Good morning, Travis. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I am doing fine, and happy Friday to all of the callers and all of the community in the panel as well.
All right. Well, we got a couple of minutes, Guy, and I really appreciate your quick response and your flexibility and patience with getting on so that we could make sure we had a spot for you. But, of course, you were not supportive of keeping the school open for a number of reasons. But now that we're at the point where we are with the board approving it with stipulations, where's your thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm excited. I always, and let me start off by saying the Chase family never wavered from the commitment that they were called and the call to action that they brought to the community. So I'm excited. The only issue that I ever had with the school was sustainability.
Right.
And I loved hearing all the insight prior to, so being on hold was amazing for me. Of course, enrollment will be an issue. Of course, every parent wants the best for their child. You know, you have parents in this community that will spend upwards of $10,000, $20,000 for their child because they want their child in the best academic environment that they see fit. I'm super excited. I already sent my, and I'm poking fun here, concession text to the family and said, "Great job." I am poking fun because this is not a fun matter, but I am wearing a Leah Chase School shirt for the next 6 days.
Oh,
there you go. There you go.
And let me underscore this. Let me underscore it. I'm a be very intentional. I'm wearing it for the next 6 days because that 50, I know my money is going to be there.
All right.
And I love how some of the board members, and I got pushed up 5,000. But I love how some of the board members say, let's see what's real, let's see what's fake.
Well,
So
Travis,
let me go ahead.
we're gonna move on because Stella is on the line as well, so we want to
Sure,
get her on,
sure.
which is great. Do you mind telling us how much you plan to provide?
We've already provided. You know that beautiful number they said, 225?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You better believe some of that came from me and others. So I want just, let's separate the real from the fake.
Okay.
Let the Dickie Chase money go that a day, like the other gentleman said, his money coming that a day.
Okay.
And so I'm going to wear that Leah Chase T-shirt, School with Pride, and I'm about to volunteer with pride. I won't recruit because I love a thing called options and I love a thing called choice. I want every parent with school-age kids to make the necessary choice for their child. So let this Leah Chase school have some differentiation. Boy, y'all gonna need it now. What is the call outs now? How is it different other than being a D- school? Let's volunteer and let's help them. But I'm wearing that Leah Chase school shirt for 6 days.
All right now.
Brother Son. And Brother Brown, I loved your input. And Marie Fazio, post my letter. I had to throw that shade in there. I had to throw that in there.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
Stella.
sir.
Looking forward to hearing your response, Aunt Stella.
All right. Okay. Have a blessed day. Lord's blessings, Ben. All right. Stella Chase Reese, good morning, and congratulations. You're on with
And
Will
good
Sutton,
morning.
Ro
Good
Brown,
morning.
and Marie Fazio.
Hey, Stella.
Okay, well, good morning to all. And you know I'm giving thanks to God first, but then to all of our supporters, not only in that room last night, but on the looking on the TV, saying their prayers, right there, and those who were not there who, yes, did give us dollars. But most importantly, when I spoke to you yesterday, I told you I was looking for a 7 vote. That was victory for me. And it was victory for me because my mother was about unifying people, not about differences. We can all find a common ground, and we know what that common ground here is in New Orleans. We all believe that all of our children deserve a quality education, and that's what we are about, making sure that those who can't afford to spend $10,000 and $20,000 on their education can do what we say we can do here in New Orleans. We can give you a quality public education. And that's what we're all about. And that's what we showed last night, unity in the fact that everybody wanted to do that. And I'm happy to be here this morning. I'm happy to be on the good side this morning. But as I say, there's no good, there's no bad side. We come together for one cause to make sure all of our children get a quality education.
Wow. Great. Well, you know, you were on yesterday morning, and one of the things you said was we just need 4 votes, but I want all 7. Well, you got it.
That's right.
You got it.
Congratulations, Stella. This is Ro.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. So it was effort. My nephew, Duke, you know, he was passionate about this.
Duke.
Yes.
Hey, good morning. I was trying to join the calls, but I messed up. So maybe Jared will be able to help us a little bit. So, Ms. Stella, go ahead and call right back. Jared's standing by for you. That's 504-582-9422. Duke, good morning and congratulations.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. So you went into the meeting, I think, hopeful.
I'm back on.
Oh, okay. Great. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
But so is Duke, who
Yes.
has been a champion in this fight for education.
Right. So, Duke, you went into the meeting last night hopeful, but I'm not sure you could be certain about what was happening. But it was good news to watch as Marie shared the agenda with me and see it being updated updated with some items that indicated we might be able to get there. What was that experience like, being there and seeing this actually happen, to vote in favor of the Leah Chase School?
It was a great experience. As my aunt said, we were going into the meeting optimistic because over the last few weeks, we really saw the community start to focus on education being a priority. Understanding that education is the foundation of any city. And you saw a whole community come together around that theme. And that's why we were going into that meeting optimistic. And you heard my aunt said yesterday, and we were able to achieve it last night. She said, I want and expect 7 votes, because that will show a sign for the city of New Orleans that we are all focused on education. We are all understand that is how it's going to move this city forward. And we got a lot of great things happening in this city. And that was just one of them last night.
Wow, that was great. So what's next for the Leah Chase School now that we have the votes in favor? Of course, the board has that stipulation about January 15th, making sure that the donated money suggestions are actually in the bank as a part of fulfilling their support of the school continuing. But will you all be still working to solicit funds to help with this cause, or what?
Oh, yes. This is just the start. As we said last night, this is not only the start of our financial commitment and going out and helping raising funds for the Leah Chase School, but more importantly, it's to help sustain and grow the education that's going there. So we're asking families to enroll their kids. We're asking community partners to come help us to grow the educational activities in that school. We're asking people that can support financially to continue on. We're asking the same community who wrap their arms around us to keep this school open to be there each and every day to ensure that successful education is sustainable, it grows. And Nolan Marshall talks about this portrait of a student, education, this whole student for the whole community. That's our goal. We want to make sure that students from New Orleans have the tools to succeed. And once they have their tools, we want them to have the opportunities. That's something the city should be proud of.
Indeed. So
I want to say this one thing.
Sure.
Yesterday we got calls from many people who didn't have big dollars to give, but they had service to give. Our city is full of talented people who have resources that they can use to help our children in the educational world. And so we're asking, and I told all those people who called, come and give of your talents. That's what we have to continue to do in this community. We have many cultural talents here. We have to pass them on. So we want to encourage everyone to be a part of this growth in the Leah Chase School.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for taking time. I know it's been an exhausting several days and weeks to get to this point. And I hear you, Duke. It's just the beginning. A lot of folks have more eyes on the Leah Chase School now than they did when there was the big opening, and as the signs were being put up, and as the school was moving along. And then there was a lot more attention as the word got out that it might have to be closed. So this is a great day, great opportunity. But as you both are saying today, it's about the future of education in New Orleans.
And our civil rights leader, Ms. Tate, who came out in support of us and read the wonderful letters, and so many other organizations, everyone who was there, we cannot thank you enough for your support, the entire city. We truly, truly appreciate you.
All right. Well, thank you both. I appreciate your time this morning. I'll be in touch in the coming days to talk about what's going on. I don't know if you'll be there, Doug, but I'm going to chapter 4 today. So
thank you. I'll be at both of them, chapter 4 and Dookie.
Yeah. This will be lunchtime. I'm going at lunchtime. That's where I'll be. So all right.
You taking me with you?
All right.
You're paying for me?
Thank you.
I got a date already.
Oh, come on.
All right.
All right. See you, Ro. Thank you.
All righty,
All right.
Stella.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Have a great day. Wonderful. Appreciate having you on. We're gonna get to Reverend Calhoun. Reverend Calhoun. It's 8:44 a.m. We still got time for people to get out and drive around and be near schools, and we want to remind people to drive safely. Let the babies and the kiddos get in safely. Reverend Calhoun, you're on Will Sutton, Ro Brown, and Marie Fazio.
Good morning to all. It seems like that the issues of closing schools center around enrollment and money. The $9,000 that follows each child does not seem to be adequate enough to support a single school. My question is this. Out of that $9,000, does busing comes out of that? Who controls enrollment in a school? Now, it was at one time the One App. Is the One App still in effect today? Because if you take away the busing, then you'll have kids within the community going to those schools that they live in. I think Rogue can go back to a time where he was able to walk to Joseph A. Hardin School. If those are the issues, money, and enrollment, and if the school board controls money and enrollment, because if you got to pay so much money to bring a bus to bring children from, I know at King at one time they had to go from Venetian Isles all the way out to Metairie to pick up children to bring them into the school. So I'm just trying to understand, if money and enrollment is the problem, and the school board actually controls money and enrollment, why cannot that problem be solved with, number one, if busing is an issue, if enrollment is an issue, get rid of your busing.
Okay.
Take your busing down, and then see whether using those monies back into the school. Because if it's coming out the MFP money, it makes no sense to say that we are giving children opportunity to better schools, and you're taking away all the opportunities from the community to be a participant into the schools. I'll sit back and listen. Ro, I'm still looking for your vote.
All right. Lord's blessings, Reverend Calhoun. Have a great day. All right. Any response?
That's an interesting point. Transportation is definitely one of the higher, if not the highest, expenses that schools have to pay out, behind maybe personnel. It is expensive, and the price that New Orleans education leaders have chosen to pay in exchange for students being able to attend any school across the city. It's, and to answer Reverend Calhoun's question, the One App is now branded NCAP, and I forget what it stands for now, but it's essentially the same thing, where students and families put in an online application, rank 12 schools, up to 12 schools, and then an algorithm assigns them to open seats.
Okay.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah. It's confusing. And I think, especially for people I hear this from people who move to New Orleans for the first time with kids all the time. They're like, okay, I'll just go down the street and enroll my kid at school. And it's like, nope, it's a little more complicated than that here.
Yeah. So what do you see as next? What's coming up next with the Leah Chase School, and in particular, since that's been the big story out of the school district?
Yeah.
And now that this one is at least temporarily resolved, conditionally resolved, what are some other education things that people might want to watch, or you want people to contact you about so you have some more information.
Yeah, definitely. If anyone ever has any story ideas, send them my way. Things we should be covering. I think for the Leah Chase School specifically, it'll be interesting to see kind of how this community support translates to, a couple groups at the meeting last night offered extracurricular activities and like the Chases mentioned, there are quite a few people who are willing to give their talents and money. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how the school is able to take that and grow. And then I guess in terms of larger scale education stories, this one has certainly been sucking all the air out of the room.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, enrollment is also something to watch. The schools are starting to tackle this new state accountability system, which goes into effect officially. They'll get new scores, I believe, next year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of amending how it's kind of complicated and boring for the radio. They can reach me by email, mfazio, Fazio, at theadvocate.com.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you so much for giving us some of your time. You had a rather long day yesterday.
You're so welcome. Anytime.
Really appreciate you giving our WBOK family of listeners an update and more context and background for all of this. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, we're going to roll on to another topic. Usually we wait and do something before you leave the room, but I know you got to go. So we'll just kind of let you go. And you going to the office? Oh, yeah. I'll be over there. Yeah. All right. Talk to you later. All right. So we're going to go to the phone line. And Angela, I see you there. We're going to get you. And I want to make sure that we are able to let people know about the weekend of the inauguration events. So that's going to be coming on shortly so that you all can know what you can do, what's coming up, and be a part of the free activities. Good morning, Ken. You're on with Will Sutton and Ro Brown.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing this morning?
Fabulous.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, here's what I have to say. Talking about the schools, the last week before Katrina, I went before the school board and said, "You're basically going to make our kids like this is Brooks Brothers." When at the superintendent where he came from, I said, "Our kids are not suits; they are people." And now they're just going to be counted like soups on the rack because they're going to go about the dollar per child. Leslie Jacobs and her brother Stephen and her brother roll with me. I still drive Uber part-time, though I have a very active practice now because it allows me to ground myself and speak to people, and people don't know who I am, so I can ask them anything, and I get a lot of feedback. I was told by Stephen that I was delusional, that the school system's so much better now. Well, why are they so concerned about the school district running schools? Because they're basically mini systems where they get a whole bunch of money. They give minimal service, and they scrape all the money for executive salaries. And they're not serving our children well. We should have public education by and for our school board. We can do so much more if we have that. And I don't think it's fair to the children that they get these charter management organizations who basically spread the money around from school to school, do different stuff. I'm sure the rules are different for them, as it has been said. And it's very upsetting to me. I'm glad my kids are past school age at this point. They're adults now. But, I worry for the children that we have that need education today. We should do better by them, and we should all support Leah Chase. I know I'm going to donate some money, and if nothing else, some time. And thank you for listening, and, hope everything goes well.
Yep. All right. Very good. All right. Thanks a lot, Ken. You have a great day. Lord's blessings. All right. We got to hear from Angela Young, my friend. How are you? Good morning, and welcome to the Good Morning Show.
Good morning. Thank you for waking me up, Will.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't interrupt your prayer time. So,
Yes.
sorry to wake you up, but it's the
No,
Friday
you didn't,
before.
Will. I'm usually up in the mornings on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for my prayer line, so I was up. I'm just sounding a little raspy because of my sinuses, but thank you for having me.
Okay.
I'm excited to be on with you. Hello, Ro.
Ro Brown is here with me, and
hello.
I wanted to give you a chance to tell our WBOK family of listeners about all of the activities for the inauguration weekend. We can skip over what was planned to how and why the weather changed it to where we are now, and just give us an overview of what's happening.
Yes, so first of all, thank you so much, and good morning to your WBOK listeners. We salute you, and thank you for what you all do for keeping the public informed, with what's going on in the New Orleans community. Yes, we are truly excited because we are all in for New Orleans. And that's what this weekend is about. We are all in for New Orleans, and Mayor-elect Moreno's inauguration weekend kicks off this weekend, but she has made it intentional, and the inauguration committee has been intentional about not making this self-serving. This is all about the city of New Orleans. This is all about the people of New Orleans. This is all about our community and our culture. So we are super excited about that. So, of course, Mother Nature has spoken, and we listened. And so we moved the first public event that we were having all in for our well, let me start with the day of service. The day of service that was supposed to happen on Saturday morning, we are moving that to Martin Luther King's birthday, Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
And so we'll hear more about that in the future, Will. But on the All In for Your Culture, the festival, All In for Our Culture, is going to actually take place now on Sunday, January 11th, from 12 to 5 at Lafayette Square. Instead of it happening on Saturday, it's going to happen on Sunday when it's supposed to be a beautiful day for a festival, okay?
And
so
Angela,
we're inviting... Go ahead, Will. Did you want to ask me questions?
How much does
or
that
you want
cost?
me to roll it out?
How much does that cost?
So we're inviting everyone to come out to the festival. It is open, free of charge.
Go ahead.
What are you saying, Will? I can't hear
It's
you.
free.
Yes, free. And we love something free in New Orleans,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Free and open to the public. We're going to have live performances by New Orleans artists. We're going to have food trucks featuring our wonderful local cuisine. And we're going to have a community organization tent where people can get resources and information about things they may need in the community. So we're super excited about that. We've added something since we've had the change. We are going to live stream and broadcast live to Lafayette Square at 5 p.m. the mass that's taking place at the cathedral. So that's something new, Ro and Will.
Yeah.
We're going to live stream. So after you listen to Chawa and Big Sam's Funky Nation, you can hang out and participate in the mass by listening to the live stream. It's going to be an awesome, awesome time.
Wonderful.
Listen, if people want more information about everything that's going on, I invite them to go to allinforneworleans.com. Allinforneworleans.com. I'll repeat this, that Mayor-elect Moreno and the inauguration committee they were very intentional about making sure that the public was able to participate in these inauguration events. And so I'm glad that many people, hundreds of people, signed up to be all in for our community. We're just switching it to Martin Luther King, Day, but we'll still be all in because we need to roll up our sleeves for New Orleans and get to work on moving our city forward. And that's what this is about.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great update. Wonderful activities. Glad to hear that the day of service isn't going away because of the weather, but just moving to another day. And what a great choice to have that on MLK holiday. That's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you heard it here, folks, right here on WBOK. Angela Young for the All In, for Helena Moreno, the All In group, and for All In for New Orleans. All In for New Orleans and the future of New Orleans. A lot of great activities and opportunities there. And I'm sure people can watch the actual inauguration on Monday morning via live stream, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay.
They can use the same platform, allinforneworleans.com, and they will be able to watch the inauguration live. And I want them to tune in. There will be some special surprises. Thank you so much, Will and Ro. I hope to see you all this weekend at some point.
Okay. Absolutely, positively. Have a great day. Lord's blessings, Angela.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
All right. What a great show, folks. Incredible. A lot of good content today. Caught up on some news. Hopefully we gave you some updates that you were interested in. And we talked about the Leah Chase School quite a bit. And we talked about LaShawn Lattimore's situation.
Legal troubles.
In Ohio.
Yes.
Hopefully the brother's okay.
Yeah, hopefully so.
And this works out. And what a great thing to hear from Reverend Calhoun, to hear from Ken, to hear from Duke Chase and Leah Chase, Travis Chase.
Stella.
Man, and Stella. Yeah, I mean, wonderful opportunity. Lord willing, I'll be back here on Monday morning. And what about you?
I'll be back here Monday morning.
Hey! All right, very good, very good. All right, you're listening to WBOK. We're going to make room for the front porch, folks. They're coming up next. Raylan and Kemba, you're going to want to stay tuned. Great show coming. WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.